We already know JSU was able to come into the Orange Blossom Classic and win that game 7-6. There's leaving a lot of the family fans out there wondering, what's next for FAMU? How can they right this ship? What is it that they need to do to get things in order so that they can move their program forward to get back into that win, get back into those winning ways? They're trying to get on the right side of the column. They ain't trying to be on the wrong side of the column. They're trying to make sure that they live up to the hype as far as everyone saying that they would win the SWAC East Division this year and get to that SWAC championship, guys. So, you know what? Coach going to go ahead and give you a quick rundown on a few things that they need to change that I think will be beneficial for them in the upcoming weeks as they continue on throughout this season. It's your favorite coach back at it again, 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Leaders Network. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment on these videos. Make sure you hit that notification bell so that you get all upcoming videos as well. And for all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. Guys, listen, I appreciate all of you for rocking with me because we've been doing some phenomenal things thus far. And guess what? We're kicking that YouTube algorithm in the behind like we continue to keep doing. Not to mention, make sure y'all tap in a friend or two and tell them to come on in. It's nothing but positive vibes. We're just having a good time over here talking about HBCU sports. And also, remember, you can follow us on social media. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, Coach going to go ahead and tap on in this thing so we can get to it. Because I know y'all like, hey, Coach, what you got going on over there that could possibly get the family back on the right track so that they can go ahead and position themselves to possibly win this SWAC East Division this season? Well, strap on in. Let's get to it. There's a few things that need some tweaking. The defense did great. I'm not going to harp on the defense that much because, like I said, the only thing that I wish that there was some different schemes that was ran because they basically were running a lot of shallow crossing routes. They're running a lot of out routes. They, you know, and everything you already know, Shadur's putting that ball on the back shoulder, making sure no one could get it outside of the receiver. But other than that, like I said, they did fine with the exception of that one bomb that Lanier dropped that Marquise Bell and Courtney Cox was stuck right in between the two of them. They were like a step behind Lanier, in which Lanier ended up dropping that ball in the end zone. If he'd have caught that ball, boy, I'm telling you, the house would have went crazy. I need for the Trench Militia, and that's going to be the name for the defensive lineman from here on out. The Trench Militia. I need them to get themselves together. The Trench Militia consists of FAMU defensive players on that defensive line. Number 93, Donald Hall. Number 98, Stanley Mentor. Number 91, Cameron Smith. And number 57, Justin Cooks. Now, I got to give them their credit. They held their own out there on the field. But there's a few times where they were letting those offensive linemen get their hands up on the inside, up around their neck and in their chest plate area where they was holding them up from getting up the field. Guys, you got to smack them hands off. You got to smack them hands off of you so you can go ahead and continue on up the field. Like I said, you go ahead and chop up around them wrists long enough, guess what? It's going to be hard for them to put them hands up. That's one of the things you learn out there on the field. That's why that drill is there, for you to swipe the hands down to get them off you so you can get up the field. Pay attention to that, guys, okay? Now, the next thing we're going to get into, special teams. Special teams almost cost the family as well, because if Newman could have broke that daggone kick for a touchdown, hey, y'all better thank y'all punter for sticking his body out there to make sure he was able to slow Newman up, to trip him up so that they did not score. Listen, that would have been ugly for sure. But I'm going to tell you this, guys, you got to make sure you don't come down the field lazy, because there's some more players out there that can run that ball back just like Newman. Trust me, you're going to run across Ezra Gray over at Alabama State. That young man, he can do it too. So I'm just putting that information out there for you so that you know. The next thing, the running game. The running game wasn't that bad. Like I said, Bishop Bonnet was that guy. I mean, he got out there, he put that work in. He ran the ball 15 times for 77 yards. My big uglies are the linemen. That's going to be the name for the linemen from here on out. The big uglies. Listen to me. The big uglies for FAMU consist of number 76, Cameron Colvin, 77, Keenan Forbes, 78, Jalen Brayboy, number 59, Jalen Spady, and number 70, Jay Jackson Williams. Now, I'm going to give them credit on their run blocking, because you know what? They used JSU's, they used their over-aggressiveness against them, which they were able to wash them out, opening up lanes for the FAMU running backs to get up the field and get yards running the ball. Now, on pass plays, now that's a whole nother ball game right there, guys, because you know what? There's some lazy stuff going on out there with you got linemen chasing after defenders trying to block them on a pass block. A play that I'm talking about where I saw that it was a bubble screen that was going to the right side. And I get you trying to block the man and keep him from getting over there to where the ball is going. But I mean, what I'm trying to understand is who's calling out the protection for the pass plays, because no one made any type of adjustment as far as what needed to be done on those pass plays so that you can set the protection up to protect your quarterback. When you got Gladney and another player coming off the edge free and clear to hit your quarterback, that quarterback going to check out at some point in time. Same play, that bubble screen, the daggone receiver that was coming out the backfield, the running back is coming out the backfield as a receiver, he slowed down. He should have chipped Gladney and kept on going up the field, allowing, if the quarterback couldn't dump off to him, he had the other receiver that flared out off the left side that was wide open and free, which he could have went that route and they could have got big yards for that. So those are just the little things we got to pay attention to as far as what's going on. Like I said, sometimes you got to make a play when you think you don't need to make a play to keep the ball moving up and down the field for your team. I'm just saying, sometimes you just got to do that. But I will say this. I don't know if the play was drawn up that way for him to allow that defensive end to come free. And then, the quarterback just dink and dump to him, because if that's the case, you already had three JSU defenders sitting over there waiting on the receiver to get the ball anyway. So it really didn't even make sense to go that way. All of this chop blocking and this roll blocking that's going on, guys, listen, y'all going to have to get y'all behinds up, sink them hips, drop back like you're supposed to in your stands, and pass block. And shoot the palm of them hands up there, making sure that those defenders feel it in their chest, either in their chest plate or either in one of these shoulders, knocking them off balance so that they don't come up the field on your quarterback like that. Something that has to be shored up to make sure your quarterback is able to get that ball down the field, allowing the Rat Boys to catch some passes. Conyers Rd, he had 5 receptions for 19 yards. You had David Manigo, he had 3 receptions for 43 yards. You had Chad Hunter, he had 7 receptions for 49 yards. And Xavier Smith, I'm like, wait a minute, 6 receptions for 16 yards? Something's not right with that. So if something is not right, either A, we're not blocking, we're not sustaining our blocks, making sure that we keep everyone at bay as far as these defenders coming up the field on us, or better yet, we're not holding our blocks and we're not changing the protection to make sure that we got additional players there that can help protect the quarterback to get the ball out of his hands up the field to a receiver that's open. All I'm saying, guys, those are the little things that we need to change and get, for you guys to get things in order. Now, I'm going to be real with you. After watching McKay go down as many times as I did, I personally, I'm just saying me as a coach, I would have made that change because McKay was standing in that pocket like a statue, a little too long, and it needed to put somebody back there that was mobile. As we saw, Murtavic is mobile. Not to mention he came into the game, he took control of everything. He took control of the team from the aspect of making sure everybody got their behinds together and did what they needed to do. Yes, he's a true freshman. I understand McKay has been in the program for a little while now, and you want, I'm not going to say you're being loyal to him, but I would have gave Murtavic more time on the job, more time of on the job training for him to get prepared to play at Valley next week. And like I said, something's going to have to change. Like I said, I'm sure Coach may go back with McKay this week to see how things work out. And if he works out this week, he'll probably try him again in the next game, get Murtavic ready for when, something else happens, he got to put him in the game. So we shall see. But like I said, those are the little things that I think if FAMU get that together, I believe they will, make a serious run this season. Offense was stagnant on both sides. And I mean, from a defensive standpoint, you got to give Coach Thurman over there at Jackson State, you got to give him his credit because he set up some things for your offensive line to get out there and block, and they did not know who they needed to block. It was like people standing there looking like, who I got? Who I got? I don't know who I got. Tell me who I got. I'm like, guys, come on, it's football. Like I said, math, it's simple math. You got 5, there's 5 of y'all on the line. If it's 7, then guess what? We need to figure out how we're going to get these other 2. And the other 2 spread it out wide. That means we got to keep our head on the shoulder. We're going to come back. We're going to make sure we stick together to build a wall up to make sure nobody's able to run through us, or somebody's going to have to change up the protection for the quarterback. Either the quarterback or the center's going to have to do it to make sure that that quarterback is not getting knocked on his ass and knocked around all over the place, putting him possibly out the game or getting him a concussion because he's getting jacked up so bad. So that's all coach is saying. But all I'm saying is I see some great things coming with FAMU. I believe they will get things in order. They're going to play Fort Valley next week, who just beat Tuskegee 30-0. So guys, get ready. Like I said, that their defense is for real. The defense is not playing no game, so trust and believe, because they are an SIAC team, Division II, don't mean crap. They'll come in here and snatch a win from your behind and have you sitting there looking like, wait a minute, did we just lose to them and now we're 0-2? So let's go ahead and make sure we right the ship this week and see how everything breaks down, and we'll go from there. But until next time, if you like the content, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, like these videos, comment on these videos, share these videos, and remember, guys, be the one and lead.